This is my first time playing back home since high school, so it'll be fun. But at the end of the day, for us, it's another game, tough road, environment that we have to play in, and we have to be ready.
Did you grow up watching A&M? Who kind of grew up watching from Texas?
Texas, the Vince Young era, I like that. So I watched that growing up.
How strongly did you consider going to A&M in the recruiting process?
I'd say they were top 3, and with them and Mississippi State.
What's this like being a part of this offense? We've got so many weapons. You guys are having so much success right now.
It's good. We have a lot of playmakers, and we just want to get the ball in their hands and allow them to make plays. And we do it, as a whole unit, as playmakers, we do a good job of making plays.
How much have you, the offense expanding, over the last few weeks, just even opened things up a little bit more for you?
I don't think things have expanded. I just think, we've been in situations where we kind of had to do certain things. Last week, look at Vanderbilt, ran the ball a lot because we had success running the ball. This week, maybe took a few shots because, we had success doing it. So, when you have a lot of playmakers like that, you kind of choose what you want to do and how you want to attack a team because you can depend on all of your playmakers to make plays.
Coach Satan said that you guys worked in the offseason, you keeping your eyes up while you're scrambling. What did you do in the offseason? Have you seen yourself get better at it?
Just kind of emphasize it in practice. I think everything comes with repetition. If you rep it some type of way, I think, at the end of the day, you'll probably improve at it. So I think that comes from that.
The throw to Cam, the one that went for 60 yards, you kind of stepped up and he was coming across the formation, some traffic. What did you see on that play?
Just went through my progression. The high to low read, it wasn't there up top, so I came down to the over route and hit him in stride.
What's the mentality of the team after 2 straight games, 125-3? It takes a certain maturity not to let that affect you. Does this team have that?
No. We just have the mindset to be 1-0 every week. It's a new week, the same goal, and we want to work hard this week in practice so we can give it our all in the game.
How often have you actually had the option of doing multiple reads, 1, 2, 3, or 4, or something like that, instead of just maybe one read, dump off, and then run?
I think every read is kind of it's always more than 2 options in every read. It's just a matter if I get to it or not. If something happens, just kind of reading and reacting.
Does your mindset change when you get into the red zone?
No. Whether it's in the red zone, the fringe, or in their territory, or our territory, we want to score. The goal is always to score.
Has your brother been able to watch you a lot more this season, and do you kind of self-scout with him? I know you live up there.
Yeah, he watches me. He'll sometimes give me play-by-play. I come back after the game and check my phone. He'll have his little comment sheet ready. But it's all good. And I don't mind seeing what he has to say. Some of the stuff he doesn't really understand because he doesn't know the play. He doesn't know specifically what's going on. But from he's a quarterback himself. He kind of understands everything that he's talking about. So.
Have you seen the replay of the game yet?
I have.
Caught your mom dancing a lot in the stadium. She a good dancer.
Yes, my mom's famous now. She's been on ESPN a lot.
Your dad, he actually shook his head at one of your touchdowns. I think it was the one that Jacobs touchdown throw. Just kind of like.
My dad?
Yeah.
My dad wasn't there.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought. Okay. Never mind that. My apologies.
Are you gonna get a chance to go home at all on this trip?
No. It's usually in and out. So I'm sure I have some good amount of family there, and I agree with them after the game.
Is that a request for tickets?
Yeah.
It's nice going home there, but given what happened with the hurricane, about a month and a half, does it mean even more going back?
The hurricane. My city is always on my mind. Going to the field a lot on my mind. At the end of the day, I know how to kind of cancel stuff out and lock in on the game. But definitely, I haven't forgot about the hurricane.
Is it hard to do that to walk in on the game with a extra ticket request, or how do you handle that?
My dad handles it. I don't. It's always been a thing where he doesn't want me to be worried about that, man. At the end of the day, I could care less who's at the game. Because at the end of the day, the game's gonna go on if they show up or not. I have to go play. And that's just kind of how I was raised.
Talking about practice, Sean Dion said it would be nice to maybe sometime get a hit on you since he's always going to tap you guys off. Are you happy that you don't have to take a hit from?
Well, sometimes there are times when they tap me off and I'm really not tapping, so I guess we got kind of a mutual, what's the word?
Disrespect.
Go with that one.
You think your defense could stop your offense in the red zone, or would y'all make it in?
I don't want to make it a competition deal. I mean, they make stops and we put points on the board. I'm sure it'd be interesting.
Why are you guys so much better in the red zone, do you think, this year? Your efficiency rating?
Well, early on, I mean, the Florida State game, we didn't do a good job in the red zone. So when I think about that, and maybe I'm being overcritical, but we want to do it every time. I just think about the times we didn't do something. I probably think about the times we did do it, but for us, we're going to think about the times we didn't do it and try not to never let it happen. But as of lately, we have been doing a better job in the red zone, that's for sure.
Hale has 2 catches for 2 touchdowns. You kind of joke that, maybe he'd tell you about that. How big of an option is he in the red zone?
I mean, everybody's a liable option. Everybody has the ability to make plays. His number was called on that particular play, and he made the play. Wide open in the end zone, caught the ball.
Okay. Thanks, Jalen.
Thanks, Jalen.
Got to leave out here for you.